Hello guys, finally back with another video. I know it's been a long time since, but fuck it, here we finally are. So today, as the title suggests, I'm going to get straight into it. It says we're reviewing a commemorative version of a WWE Tag Team Championship belt, which means it's this one, and it is plastic. So, we're going to be taking a closer look at this belt, help you get an idea about it if you want to purchase one for yourself, and my general opinions, and yeah, you know the drill. Let's get straight into it.
Okay, so let's do the old thing and take a closer look at this. So if this looks a little gold in the video, it actually is the sort of bronze color that is, you know, seen on TV, which is a bit weird. It's just that maybe my light sort of makes it look a bit gold, but it is bronze, I assure you of that. So have a look at it here. This focuses, there we go. So this is a version with the old scratch logo. This was actually from 2010. I'll show you that on the back when we look at it. So you've got the scratch logo right there, and you seem to have this sort of Greek or something pattern around the edge of the plate that goes all the way around. I should point out that this is actually a commemorative version, so it's plastic, it's very light. I do believe that apparently the replicas or cast replicas of these are like some of the best made, even though maybe not the best looking belt, you know, physically designed. So yeah, so this is a round belt. It's called, some call it the penny tag because maybe it looks like a 2p piece, you know, in England, in Britain, there. So you got the two sort of Roman gladiator helmets, which I just don't get the concept of on tag team belts. Yeah, they're a pair, but I just didn't get why they put the gladiator helmets on wrestling belts. It's a bit weird. I don't know. That's just my opinion. So at the bottom here, this focuses. And it's not really, but there you go. You got World Wrestling Entertainment Tag Team Championship. No, World Wrestling Entertainment Tag Team Champions. Sorry, I'm a bit off the ball. So that's the main plate. These parts, the actual helmets, helmets, are sort of 3D, so they stand out from the belts, and they overlap the pattern, like here, for example, and of course up here. That pops out. The WWE logo does pop out as well as the part that has World Wrestling Entertainment Tag Team Champions. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, like for a cast belt, I would assume that would sort of be quite good, the way it pops out. So there you can see it, how it stands out from the belt. And then you've got the side plates. So that's just a round circular plate with the WWE logo on it. And you've got that pattern around the edge again. And the second side plate is just a gladiator helmet. So, you know, it's a unique shape compared to standard belts. Normally they're all symmetrical and, you know, perfect shaped, or I say perfect shaped, but you know, you get what I mean. Like, this is all completely different. So whatever machine cuts this or whatever is going to have some work on its hand. And on the other side it's exactly the same. So there you got the WWE logo on the first side plate, and then of course this is sort of a reverse of what's down there. So this guy's facing inwards, and of course this guy will be facing inwards rather than that way. So it's just the same thing. So I'll just sort of give you a close look on these plates since I haven't done that. So not pretty good design work here, or patterns. I apologize if my video has flipped over, but yeah, so I suppose, yeah, whatever machine cuts this, or if the real ones are handcrafted, there's quite a lot of work that has to go into these. It's just a shame, in my opinion, that I'm not really a fan of this belt design. So that's sort of got some 3D popping there, but not as much as the main plate, and that hardly does. So anyway, that's pretty much the belt. I'll just give you some dimensions. I've actually gone old school here and written it down on a piece of paper. Right, so the main plate, this focus, there we go, that's better. So the main plate I measured from obviously the top of the plate to the bottom, because it's basically a round circle. The main plate height is 9.75 inches. The side plate height, so once again it's a circle, so I only did the one measurement, that's 4.5 inches. The second plate, I actually measured this from the top here of the helmet, or is that the top of the helmet? Yeah, the top of the helmet here to the bottom here, that is about 4 inches. So obviously these plates are exactly the same, so you've got the same dimensions there. The strap height, so that's actually from the side like here to here, that is 5.5 inches. And this length, so obviously from one end all the way to the other, that is 47.25 inches. So you got squared off corners, which is also different to a sort of regular belt. Normally they're more rounded. It's another sort of, when I first saw this belt I was a bit like, it's a bit weird. Maybe I don't like change, but just not a fan of this belt overall, especially as a tag team. It doesn't look very prestigious in my opinion. And bronze. Let me just let you look at the strap itself. So in lighting, you got focus, there we go. You got a bit of a tooling pattern around the whole edge of the belt. So that's literally all the same, there's no sort of difference at some point. Lighting's a bit off here. You can see it maybe around here. There we go. So that's that. And the snaps, these are also bronze rather than sort of gold coloured. They are 8x2, so you got 8 across, 2 down. The female snaps and the male snaps are exactly the same. You got 8 along here and 2 down. Alright, so as I said, this belt is a commemorative version, so it's plastic. It's very light, so let's flip this over, just show you the back. So you got the plastic studs holding in the plates, as you would have seen with the World Heavyweight Championship commemorative belt I reviewed. They're all over the shop. Here you got the snaps, they're the male snaps there. And of course you got the female snaps on the other side, because they get... oh, sorry, that's weird. So then you got the stitch work here for the details of the belt. So this, there we go, focus. Officially licensed, figure toy, blah 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 blah. And if you can see here, it says 2010. So this is an old belt. I sometimes forget they've had these belts for this long. It's quite an awful thought. So WWE product, and you got the hologram logo. So that's about it really for this belt. I'll just do the standard old thing where I sort of stick it around my waist, just show you what it looks like, and have it over the shoulder and all that bullshit. So yeah, give you one last quick look at the belt. Like I said, it is bronze rather than gold. For a commemorative finish, it's a, you know, it's good in terms of the details. Like, it looks like a replica, I would imagine. I haven't seen a metallic replica, but you got some sort of sticky dirt thing here that came with it, so I got that for free. Originally they were going to put nameplates on the tag team belts, apparently, according to the first designs, but they scrapped that, probably because they thought, oh, a lot of production would have to go into that whenever the champions change. Tag team champions. And of course you got the same on the other side. Okay then guys, so like I say, we'll be putting this around the waist and see what it's like over the shoulder, and yeah, let's do that now.
Alright, so we're going to take a look at the belt around my waist. I'm going to do this a little differently because just yesterday I tried putting it around my waist. It fit, so don't think anything else. But the actual snaps were like ridiculously almost impossible to unbuckle, and I feared I almost damaged the belt, so I'm not gonna buckle it up. So that's a word of warning for you. I would imagine it would all be the same. The snaps on this belt are really tight and almost very difficult to unbuckle. So just see if you can, don't know if you can see that. That's actually a sort of mark where I was trying to jab it. I actually had to get a screwdriver to sort of pry it apart. So that's a word of warning for anyone who wants to get this belt. So anyway, as you know, this is a commemorative plastic version of the belt, but it should be the same size and dimensions of a metallic replica. So like I said, I'm not going to snap it around my waist, so I'm just going to hold it round like that, so you can get a general idea of how it fits. Of course, a real life belt, TV version that, let's say, the New Day at this moment in time are using, it would probably be a little bit bigger than this, but general idea around the waist. There you go, holding it on like that. So yeah, that would probably be a bit bigger. It looks a bit bigger even on Big E's waist, and you know, he's not called Big E for nothing, I would assume, because he's a large person. Alright, so yeah, that's it around the waist and over the shoulder. For a replica, the strap on this is kind of stiff. As you can see, it sort of curves a bit there, that old thing, a bit like that, but it's a little stiff. It's not, you know, once again, it's all simulated stuff, it's not genuine leather or anything like that. So that's it over the shoulder. Just trying to, it doesn't hit my back, but it's pretty much almost there, so not too bad. Make of that what you will. So anyway, that's it for this belt. Overall, my opinions on it, I'm not a great fan of it, just because to me the whole gladiator helmets doesn't really make sense. It's good that there's two, so it's like, you know, a pair tag team, but it just doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, can you really, do you really want to compare wrestling or sports entertainment, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to like gladiators dying in the Colosseum back in the day? It just doesn't, there's no real logic behind that to me. I'm not a fan as well that the belt is actually bronze. It's especially funny on TV when they say like that tag team gold, and it's like there's no gold on it, it's bronze, and it does look like a 2-pence piece. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin says apparently he's not a fan of it because it's not gold. You know, belts in general, there's been silver ones and that, but gold is the sort of standard kind. Bronze is just a bit weird. I know some of the old belts were probably bronze and that. Times change, I suppose, perspectives change, whatever. You probably think differently, who knows. From the original design, apparently this was going to be on a brown strap, so imagine that, like a sort of bronze plates on a brown strap. And there were going to be nameplates of the two champions. I think they're probably going to be like here where it says World Wrestling Entertainment, or just below the champion, somewhere around there. But maybe they thought, if the belts change often, or even if they have the Freebirds rule at the moment, like with the New Day, what would they do about the nameplates? It might be very costly to keep producing nameplates, and with the New Day you're constantly swapping the belts around the three of them, like what do you put on there? So that's a bullet they might have dodged, and they might have thought of at the time of production. But there were pictures of prototypes or first designs, and they actually had the nameplates on there. You can find them on the internet somewhere. So yeah, overall I'm not a fan of the belt. I don't like the square corners on the strap as well. Yeah, would much prefer a different tag team design, even if it was like the old, previous SmackDown tag team titles, or you know, the ones before that, the World Tag Team titles they had on Raw, or even the ones they had sort of during the Attitude Era. Ones I can think of when the Rock and Sock Connection had it, Rock and Mankind, they actually had the red suede backing. That was really nice, I enjoyed that. So yeah, that's my review on a current, at the moment, don't know if it's going to change with the draft coming up, a current WWE, or with the old logo, sorry. I'll get it out now. Get my words out. WWE Tag Team Championship Commemorative belt, which is plastic. I hope it's been informative. If you want this belt, hopefully it helps you. And once again, thanks for watching, and who knows when it will be, but I'll see you in the next video. Alright, thanks for watching.